Hey, this is Jim with SportsStream.us, joined by Sam Avalone from NPi with another segment from a system integrator who is working in live production and streaming and offering these solutions for sports productions across the country. Sam, thank you for joining us today.
No problem, man. It's great to have it.
It's great to have you here. I'm glad you were able to join us. Tell our audience a little bit about yourself and, of course, NPi Systems.
NPi Audio Visual Solutions is been in business in 1990. We have multiple divisions within the company. The systems division, which I head up, is the design, installation, fabrication division, and it's a retail sale, where it's a box sale of completely designed AV system install. That's our division. NPi started and is still very strong as a staging rental house. There's probably 50, 60 some people that side of the house that do nothing but event production, lots of sports production, multimedia, et cetera. And then we have a production department that will take content from either a client or guys on shot the job and would do editing, duplication, et cetera, for the end result. So between and everything in the AV realm we handle. I should say AVL because we're pretty big in lighting as well. So
Okay. And that makes a lot of sense. And I'm sure by having all these different divisions, you can share knowledge and resources across them and really take the best benefit when you talk to your customers about a system design. Really, you know firsthand what's working in other scenarios, how you can help them, and how you can really match the success for their goals, right?
that's correct. And I think part of it too is we're not just a sales team. The guys on our team are a little more technical than others. And because we have the production side of the house as well, we know what works since we're out there doing it ourselves as well as selling it to clients. We know what works. We know what's required to make a good sports production happen, and we lead with that. So it's the customer is confident in our abilities based on our experience and knowledge and our partnership with the top vendors that we use. So.
Absolutely. So it's not only the years of experience in designing the systems, but also in using them and the certifications that go along with it. NPi is really a great resource for every step along the way. And I invited Sam to join us because NPi is doing a lot of work in sports production. And we're going to talk about a few different case studies today, including Lima High School, Maple Heights High School, and Marian University. Just a few to help us kind of introduce the breadth of what NPi is doing. Sam, why don't you tell us a little bit about Lima High School?
Well, Lima High School is an interesting project. You'll see pictures of the studios that we did there. This involves a complete AV production studio and a recording studio all built into one. They're using NDI technology to control the cameras that are in the gym and other locations around the school. This is their main broadcast studio. We're using the VizRT AV control system as well as their instant replay system as the main units of the production side. It was a long process, but it's worked out really well. They're very happy with it. And I think the combination of having the advanced features of the VizRT product as well as their sports instant replay product gives the students and the school a chance for kids to see real live video production and see how it works and get hands-on experience. We found that these kids from the high schools that have this type of system go on to college or careers right out of high school. A lot of the times the kids go to college and they're already, the lead tech on the video production team because they've worked with this stuff, their entire high school career for 4 years before they go to college. So it really gives them an advantage going in. And it's
Eh,
again, real world technology. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I think that's one of the things that comes up over and over again is it's not just the sports production itself, but it's actually creating a curriculum and a tool for the students in a high school environment to get their experience using the same production systems that are used in sports and event productions out in the real world. Whenever you can talk to a high school student and their parents and show them the bullet point on the resume and the training and the certifications that are available to them, it really opens their eyes to the production world, right?
Sure, absolutely it does. And the other thing too is you have to get people to understand, especially in a career path for schools, that sports production is part of it, but it's not all of it. I mean, every major corporation has a video production studio. Every hospital has a video production studio. It's not just sports production. So these
Absolutely.
kids are learning career-based opportunities, no matter if it's sports or non-sports. Uh,
That's
I
great.
think that's what the real advantage is. Yeah.
Now, in Lima High School, are they taking that broadcast and broadcasting it to a stadium video board? Are they broadcasting it to the outside world, creating like a feed for the sports? How are they using their systems?
They're using it in all three ways.
Okay.
Yes, they're feeding the on-site video board with the content and the instant replay, but they're also web streaming and they're also recording for after stream playback. So
Wow.
if they
Okay.
want to play it at a pep assembly or something, they can. So
It,
they're
it,
using it all three.
Absolutely. And I think, it's interesting when we talk about these case studies, a lot of times we talk about the sport and the event itself and how that's being captured and the cameras that are being used. But just as important is the delivery available in the production. As Sam mentioned, when you're able to stream to the video boards and show the instant replay during the game, when you're able to reach your outside audience, you can expand the people that are going to come in and support the school, and then, of course, recording all of it. Who knows? You might have that athlete that missed a half court shot, and now you can package that video and get it on ESPN.
Right.
You can do all of that.
Uh,
So, Sam, tell us a
Also,
little.
the other thing too is
Yep.
that we didn't talk about is, yeah, this is great experience and all that, but it's also with the right equipment, a serious revenue stream for those schools.
Oh,
They
yeah.
don't real, and I'm not talking about advertising on a scoreboard. I'm talking about sponsorships because you can only run an ad, a 30-second minute ad, you can only run so many of those in the game. The referee's not going to stop the game to run an ad. But if you have sponsorships, for example, the McDonald's Instant Replay of the Quarter, the Arby's Halftime Report, or the, Coach's Corner brought to you by Liberty Ford, these are serious revenue streams. Some of the schools that we're doing are doing six figures
Yep.
in, 8 to 10 home games a year. But in order to do that revenue stream, you've got to have the front end equipment, the cameras, the switchers, the instant replay, in order to generate those sponsorships. Right.
Absolutely. And here we want to segue over to Maple Heights High School. Tell us a little bit about this project.
This project is their athletic center. It's not the gym. They have a gym in their high school. This is their athletic center where they play all their games, they do wrestling meets, volleyball meets, etc. You can tell from the picture, the room was an acoustical challenge, a 72-foot dome and all hard surfaces. And they let us design a system that's zero in on almost zero reflected sound. Most people don't realize that intelligibility is all about coming from reflected sound. Reflected sound is a sound that bounces off the floor or the walls or the ceiling that causes intelligibility issues. So you can see here we have multiple zones with subwoofers. So it feels strong, generates an energy level in during game time, but is still crisp, clear, and intelligible anywhere in the building, the upper balcony stands, floor level, whatever. In addition to that, we also did a streaming video system for them in the same room that allows the ability to, again, record, web stream, or save the content for delayed playback later.
And I see some PTZ cameras mounted there. I would imagine that dome presented an special challenge for that as well.
Absolutely. Getting up there was a little, we had a boom arm, and
Absolutely. And
we
that's the
got
great.
lucky. We got lucky because they hadn't refinished the floor yet.
Oh,
So we didn't have to worry about protecting the floor with the boom lift. So
that definitely does make it easier for sure.
yes, it,
And that's what I want to remind everyone too. When you introduced NPI earlier, you made it a point to point out A, V, and L. We always talk about video production because that's our specialty here at SportsStream, but audio is an important part of that, both in the in-venue experience, as you described, with the audio bouncing off of those hard surfaces, but also in the stream that's going out to your remote audience. And then, of course, lighting. Everyone knows how important lighting is on any broadcast that you're sharing out there. So NPI has that experience and the capability to help on all of these critical elements in the production. So now, Sam, let's graduate. Let's move up to the university level, and let's talk a little bit about Marian University.
Marian University was a project we did. They are pretty much focused on high quality content on the video board. They're looking to do the elevate the in-game experience for the fans. So you'll see the control system we did here, again using the VizRT TriCaster system, as well as their instant replay system. It's also got wired and wireless intercom, where we've got wireless cameras on the field along with wired cameras in the press box to give them multiple camera angles for instant replay and the ability of them to communicate back and forth between the camera operators and the staff working in the press box. So it truly is, a high game day experience, but as well, it's right there with all high level video production, whether it's for the game day scoreboard, streaming content, or recording for post-game production if they so need it.
And one of the things that you'll notice on the desk here is that there are two control panels there. A control panel for the TriCaster production, a separate control panel for the 3-play instant replay system, allowing Marian University or others to have separate replay operators and production operators in the booth, or, of course, simple tactile controls for one operator to drive whatever they need to in the system. And there are many different ways to configure and use these control panels as your hardware interface to the software productions. And working with an integrator like NPi can help set you up for success and kind of give you the best solution that fits into not only how your operators are doing it today, but how would be the right way to do it and how they can grow to future success. And Sam, I'm sure you've run into several different configurations over the years of how people just approach a production a little bit differently, right?
No, that's correct. And what some people don't realize, to do a fast-paced, high-level sports production correctly, you really need that control panel that you just looked at is 3 stations, an AV switcher, an instant replay operator, and an animated graphics operator. People ask, why do you need animated graphics? Well, a web stream, you're trying to duplicate the in-game experience for people that are not in the stadium. And how do you do that? High quality video, high quality audio, and animated graphics. The ability of flying a player's name in and out or a player's stats in and out with multiple camera angles and multiple instant replay angles is what people want to see in a sports production. And that's kind of what we give them. Yeah.
Absolutely. I think the standard in sports production has been well established. The audience is used to watching a football game be broadcast in a certain way. A basketball game is broadcast in a certain way. Even when you look at your major call letter stations, they don't vary too far apart from that script. So whether you're at a high school level, a university level, even an intramural sport level, the closer you can get to duplicating that broadcast level production that your audience is used to watching on their TV, the more entertained and the easier it is going to be for them to follow along with the production. And I say it all the time, but this is where working with an experienced integrator like NPi can really help you get the proper equipment in place to achieve that broadcast look and your broadcast goals. Sam, this is another angle of Marian University, showing you all those different operator workstations, everything that you have set up and running here. Lots of ways of not only using this system in the basketball arena that we talked about on the other case studies, but over here out the window, I see the football field out there as well.
Correct. That system is set up. We can do, high level football, but also they could do intramurals. They could scale it back with presets and have only one operator, like you mentioned before. But this is set up for full production. The other thing people don't realize too is you get some people that need to understand what a web stream is. Like guy says, "Oh, I just want to put one camera at the top of the press box," and I say to them, when you're watching an NFL game, and let's say you had a wide shot, end zone to end zone, and that's the only shot you had, how long would you watch that game? People want to see, they expect to see the multiple camera angles, zoom in on the quarterback, multiple instant replay angles. If you're not going to give them what they expect, they won't stay long to watch. That's true.
Absolutely. And the more people you get to watch at home, the more people you get to bring into the schools, into the stadiums. The more people you get to bring into the stadiums, the more you can open up some of those revenue streams that Sam talked about earlier with the sponsorship opportunities. So it kind of constantly continues to grow and feed to where you can use sports production as a critical element in these environments to really elevate the program.
Sure.
Sam, thank you so much for joining us today. If any
It
of
was
our
my
audience
pleasure.
would like to reach out to NPi, NPi is located in Cleveland, Ohio, but Sam, you guys work all over the place, right?
Correct. We do
Awesome. So
nationwide installs. Yeah.
you can go to their website at npiav.com or give them a call at 216-514-5023. NPi is happy to help you out with all of your sports production needs. Sam, always a pleasure. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Have a great day. Thanks for having me.
You too.
Talk to you soon.